Um, so yeah, I haven't forgotten that I owe you the second part of the fairy tale, and we should conduct this very soon. I hope that you are still with me and anxious to hear, the rest of the fairy tale. Hopefully, and that we find it interesting. I wanted to say that so for again, there are many like relatively newer like subscribers to this channel, and so maybe it should be said. Maybe they didn't even know that the neurons can create like big life forms like insects. So certainly they can create even new humans. Given the correct condition, and maybe it should also be mentioned that they can create molecules even like of that humans don't know how to create, like stable argon molecules that was demonstrated, which is very very interesting. It's something that humans cannot, it cannot find like in nature, because you only find argon as a molecule with other elements, and humans don't know how to create such thing in the lab, but the neurons can do it, and they have done it. But they can also potentially create any element if you only give them energy, and you don't they don't need energy you can also do such comparable feat like with super colliders, but it requires like a huge amount of energy to create like a minuscule amount of like matter, and the neurons do it like in a much more efficient way. So and this could be of very important specifically now, because as you know, humans, I don't know if it actually did it, but certainly it was a plan. I don't know if they actually they executed the plan, or maybe they will. Maybe it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know, but it's right. Just so you know that the big guys like the strong the strong nations of the world. Then they discussed the nuclear option, and like to nuke the Peruvian starships, and I'm not sure if it's already done, or maybe eventually they rejected it, even though it seems that they are going to do it actually, according to my sources. But maybe they decided not to do it. But anyway, if they have done it, or they will do it, never, it doesn't matter when, but most probably that if they will do it, it will be today or tomorrow, or otherwise very soon. Most probably the reaction will be because the cherubs, they like to imitato dei Dio, as they say, to walk on the foot, on the steps of God. It's not like out of vanity, but it's a very important principle in Christianity. Imitato Deus, and it's also can be argued that you can find it in Judaism, but mostly in Christianity, and you can find very similar idea, and even to even more strongly in Islam, and of course the entire law, the halacha, is based on the Sirah, which is a story how Muhammad would have been acted in kind of in a similar case, or in a case that can be you can get conclusions to your own case, even if it's not identical, or even if it's not entirely parable. And so imitato Dio, so midah keneged midah, as they say, the crime fits the punishment. So what they actually do in such cases is that they eliminate the sinful element, which would most probably be uranium. So when I say eliminate, again, the cherubs, and really I tried for so long, but they insist on that their work, I should say not I say the cherubs, that what they really mean is that the commanders of the fleet, the captains of the fleet. They are the one that I speak with. Presumably there are many others. But it's not they are not. We don't know what's the position on such questions. Then maybe they don't have any position. Anyway, so the captains of these starships insist that their work, they have a procedure of that's the way they work, and they do it for a long time now, and they work on balls each time they concentrate on a ball. So like currently the ball is Earth, and they will not. I mean, they vehemently object like to speak about like things like maps or flags. So when I say that, I mean they will delete the uranium element. I mean from the Earth. Yes. No, not from your storage, but also from your storage, but also from the Earth. Now this will affect different countries in very different ways. Actually, the country that will be affected the worst is probably France, because not only, I mean, it will be like immediate shutdown. I mean, outage of power. It will be like indefinite. It will be like with indefinite. Like I mean, timeline, because I mean they don't like I mean. They rely on nuclear power to such extent that they wouldn't be able to, I mean, I don't see how they can, it will take them a long time to actually like build alternative power plants, and they will need to do it without electricity. But even more importantly, while they will need to do it while not only without electricity, but also when they, I mean, the entire state is like in like a one big Royal Rumble. And like that, all the Frenchies are eating each other like alive. So it's going to be nice. So just I mean, I just I mean I feel obliged to say it, because so I mean we do not like I mean work with I mean our method is not like to surprise like our enemies. I mean we try to I mean to work according to a logical and more ethical procedure, and so you should understand the procedure, and also maybe be prepared. I mean, certainly, I mean, the countries that depend on like I mean on nuclear power, which is not many actually, but I mean many depend on it to some extent, and the extent of this some extent is very different. Anyway. So good luck with that, and I'll really, I mean, so I'll arrange myself and clean myself a little bit in the room, and maybe eat something, and then I promise to hold the second, I mean, part of the fairy tale. Just, I mean, I need to do some arrangements.